What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bang in Her Bag podcast. I'm your favorite hostess with the mostest, Andrea, and I am so glad that you came back to join us. Today, we are going to speak about a portion of the Bang in Her Bag that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the idea of being fit to fight. Now, typically when we're thinking about being fit to fight, we're thinking about our physical appearance and strength. But it is also about that mental resilience and that will and that spirit. And so today I am too excited that we have a special guest, y'all. I love it. I'm going to get my notes so that I can read some of this elegant and beautiful resume, y'all. So Miss Bianca Holman has been a social worker for 28 years, with 18 of those years at the Department of Social Services, and the past 10 years as a licensed clinical social worker and licensed clinical addiction specialist / associate. She is licensed in North and South Carolina. She is the owner of Changing Places Therapeutic Center, which is located in Fayetteville.
Yes.
I don't want to call it Vietnam because I don't promote violence at all. She is also a member of 6 Masonic houses, the Fayetteville Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and the current treasurer of 2 years for the Junior League of Fayetteville. She loves to give back to her community that has given so much to her, and she was raised in Spring Lake, and that is where her parents continue to reside. Now, on a personal note, Bianca is my sister friend. She has always displayed such a warm, caring, and nurturing spirit. But the best thing about her is her authenticity, her realness. And she doesn't give it up like me. Like, I curse, y'all. I cuss. C-U-S-S, right? She doesn't do that. She is so classy and elegant and solution driven. And so I just love that. So please help me to welcome my sister friend, Bianca Holman.
Oh, thank you so much for that warm welcome. I appreciate it. I love you. You know that.
I love you.
It's such a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I'm so excited. I'm hyped up. I know you can tell.
Yes.
And so what I would love to know is, first, tell us about yourself.
Well, like I said, I grew up in Spring Lake.
Mm-hmm.
My parents still live in Spring Lake. And one of the things that I noticed growing up, my parents had us in a lot of different activities. Girl Scouts, I was an usher for the church. Did a lot of things. I was in Girl Scouts until I graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I noticed is that so many people in my community gave of themselves, volunteered. They spent countless hours with us doing things, giving back. And so that really inspired me to help.
Yes. Absolutely. So you have that spirit of service,
yes,
which I absolutely love and appreciate. Now, what gives you the greatest joy about your profession? And equal to that, what are some challenges that you face?
So I felt like I was put on this world to help. Just that one word, help, and then figure out what that means. And so that is one of the greatest joys I have about the profession, is helping. It is a passion of mine. And one thing about passion is it can be a challenge too, because I can't want it more than you. You have to want it.
That's right.
And sometimes I have to tell myself that. And I can't go any further than you're going. and you have to want to be led. I can't pull.
Yes.
You have to want to be led, and I have to sometimes realize that.
Yes.
That my passion might not be your passion.
That's right.
And which is also respectable.
Yes.
Very respectable. And so that has been one of the greatest challenges all along my career of how to help. When do you go out of the bounds of helping and hurt? Like just trying to garner what is appropriate when it comes to that word, help.
Yes. Establishing those boundaries.
Yes.
And also understanding that we can only lead a horse to water, y'all.
That's it.
We can't make that horse drink water or eat that grass either, even though we know that that's what they need.
Right.
Right? I love that. So how do you address the stigma surrounding mental health?
So one of the things I've always noticed, especially, in the past 10 years, is like, okay, when you have a hurting tooth, you don't mind going to the dentist.
Yes.
And, if something's going on with your skin, you'll go to the dermatologist. Mm-hmm. But if something is going on with you as far as trying to figure out, like, why do I act this way? Like, what is affecting me? Mm-hmm. Sometimes in the past, we've been hesitant to go to a therapist. We've been hesitant to go and talk to somebody. The first thing somebody will say is, I'm not crazy.
Right.
Which is a word I don't believe in. There is no such thing as crazy. Maybe confused, maybe misled, maybe misguided, maybe hurt. And so, like, realizing that it is okay to talk to somebody. It is okay not to be okay. That is okay.
Yes. Yes. I like what you just said there. You said that you don't like that word crazy because I feel I'm crazy sometimes, y'all. But, I'm not poking fun. I'm just saying that sometimes that's what I feel.
Understood.
And so how can people prioritize their mental health in times of stress and difficulty?
So one of the important things is, there's an adage that says, to thine own self be true.
Yes.
And
that's one of my favorites.
Okay. And so one of the best things about that, and maybe the most confusing thing about that is, do you even know who you are? Like, like you have to know yourself. You have to know what helps you. You have to know what hurts you.
Yes.
And you have to be honest about it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You have to be honest about it. You have to be truthful about it. And, ignorance is bliss for a reason. When I'm ignorant, I don't know what I don't know.
Yes.
But once I become learned, I can no longer feign ignorance. And so because of that, if I know that this thing helps me, then that's the thing I go toward. If I know that this thing hurts me and I decide to go towards it, it is not in ignorance.
Absolutely.
It is in full knowledge that this thing will not be positive for me, but I still decide to participate in it.
Yes.
That is a choice. Just like not making a choice is a choice.
Yes. Absolutely.
And so, that's how prioritizing your mental health. First thing, know yourself. Know what you need.
Yes. I love that. And, it's leading into my next question, because in my safety workshops and my firearms training classes, I tell my students and my private clients that it's important for them to know who you are. And yes, it is important for you to know who you are, know what your triggers are, know your boundaries, respect your own boundaries.
Yes.
And so I promote that in my classes. But how important do you believe it is to have like that self-awareness when it comes to owning firearms?
I think it is extremely important. Awareness is important, which goes back to the, do you know yourself? When you get aggravated, when you get upset, is your firearm your first thought?
Right.
Or is it, let me just calm myself down, let me get myself together. Like being aware of who you are, that awareness, and personal security, with the awareness. One of the things that personal security is being aware of your surroundings.
That's right.
Like always on the pivot, always
situational awareness, baby.
Right. Yes. And that's how you have to be about you. Always on the pivot. Always being aware of what affects you, how it affects you, what is your reactions to that effect, things like that.
Absolutely. And so I would love to know your professional and personal opinion about something. And so I speak to accountability partners because I am under the belief that we all have bad days.
Yeah.
I also know that there are people who suffer with depression and they own firearms.
Right.
Okay. And so what is your personal and professional opinion about accountability partners? And do you think that that's something that gun owners should have for instances where they're not feeling like themselves?
I think accountability partners is very important. I think is key. And then, it's important who you have as an accountability partner. It should be somebody that you respect. It should be somebody that you listen to. Yes. And it should be somebody that you don't mind being humble with.
Yes.
Like your accountability partner should not worry about making you mad.
That's right.
They should not worry about. Now, they can say it to you in love.
Yes.
They can say it to you in love.
Yes.
But, you should have an accountability partner. I have an accountability partner, my sister, who is not afraid to say, you're being ridiculous right now. like, what are you doing?
That's right.
You should, and know that they're saying it in love. That is very, very important.
Absolutely.
And then it takes a certain degree of humility to go to that accountability partner and say, what do you think about this?
Right.
Do you think I'm being irrational right now? What's your thoughts? Mm-hmm. Yes, very important. Very important.
Yes. And so, true story out here, a few years ago, even before I became a firearms instructor and a personal safety consultant, there was a moment of distress that I had. And I call her Queen Bee. So I called Queen Bee because I was just trying to rationalize what it was that I was feeling. And this sister was so strong, and she stayed on that phone with me, and she became my accountability partner. She made sure that I understood that, yes, this moment sucks right now, Andrea, but you absolutely have to tap into your greater self.
Yes.
This is about you rising above the adversity, and this is about you doing the right thing and being intentional in that. Because it is very easy for us to lose our tempers, and we be ready to go in there like the Notorious B.I.G., kicking the door, waving the fourth wall on people.
Right.
And that's what's real when we do not check ourselves. Equally, when we don't have the right people checking us when they see that we're going too far to the left or too far to the right. And this is something that I preach about even in our responsible gun ownership. This is very important. So, what resources do you have for people who want to deal with their issues of mental illness? And in addition to that, what do the uninsured do?
Good question. So you can always make appointments with different therapists. You can make an appointment with me.
That's right. Changing Places Therapeutic Center.
Yes, 690 North Raleigh Road.
Hey, no.
910-286-7545. But even if it's not with me, don't be afraid to talk with somebody.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to be vulnerable with somebody.
Yes.
You can go in these therapy sessions and be your true, authentic self.
Yes.
There is no judgment. Mm-hmm. The only thing that is being looked for is solutions.
That's right.
That's the only thing that's being looked for. Now, answers, therapists don't always have all the answers. They don't have, we're trying to find them together. And that's the thing about it, trying to find solutions and answers together. Why you do what you do, how you do what you do. Did you learn it from your dad? Did you learn it from your mom? Did you learn it because you saw what happened to your dad or mom? Like, just different things.
Yes. Yes.
Different things.
Absolutely. Certainly, I love what you said. And of course, Bianco is an excellent resource. But you should also make sure that you're going to someone who is comfortable. I think we as a people, what happens is once we have a bad experience with one therapist, we give up on therapy. We say that it's not for me, and that is a huge misconception, y'all. You got to find the right therapy that vibes with you. So when you're sitting in that room together, it is truly a vibe. That's the way that it's supposed to be. Equally, stop going to your friends, your judgmental friends and families, the ones who done seen you here, there, and everywhere, and they have something to say. Stop entrusting them with your business, y'all. You want a neutral party. And this is the importance of having a therapist, being able to express yourself, and it's someone who is neutral, and it's someone who is going to be solution driven. Even if they don't have the answer at the time, you know that you're on the journey to find the right answer, as opposed to just telling, my bestie who knows all about my trife life. She isn't going to want to hear that. Equally so, let's just stop dumping on our friends and family. They have enough that they go to and go through. Pay the professional to assist you.
Yes.
That's my little tip too.
Yes.
So, do you believe that there is comfort in the hobby of shooting?
Yes. I think one of the things about the hobby of shooting is it helps garner confidence.
Yes.
It helps with the I can protect myself.
Yes.
The ability of, I can do this. I'm not going to say the word mastered, but I am at the point of comfortability with this firearm. And so my confidence has been reinforced because I feel like I can take care of myself.
Absolutely.
And part of that is knowing that you are worth taking care of. Okay?
Say it again,
knowing
girl.
that you are worth taking care of.
That's
and you
it.
are.
Yes.
You are. And that's another thing. I already have the confidence. I already have the, drive. I already have the love of self. And because I love myself, I will protect myself.
That's right.
Even if that means protecting myself from you. I will do what I need to do.
Yes.
And I'm able to.
Yes.
So yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And I would love to know, in your own words, define what a hero is to you.
So a hero is one who gives of themselves. A hero who is one who has sacrificed. They've said yes to the things they know about, and they said yes to the things they didn't know about too. More of that than anything. And they're willing to give. They're willing to teach. They're willing to see you happy in mastering a task and mastering something.
Yes.
And sometimes we're voluntary heroes, and other times it's something that's just thrust upon us. But it means that you are sacrificing of self, time, intellectual property, sacrificing.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I do want to say that you are one of my heroes.
Oh, thank you.
And I just really appreciate you. I appreciate your style, your grace. I appreciate how you choose to pour into others. And whether it is intentional or unintentional, you do it in every meeting. And thank you for just being authentic and being warm. This is something that's important. A lot of times with Black women, it's like a very competitive spirit. It can be standoffish.
Right.
Which I get because I'm kind of an introvert. I know y'all don't believe that, but I am. But I thank you for just being you. And I do. I look at you. You are a hero.
Oh,
and
you are.
You are one of my heroes. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now, I would love you to give your final thoughts and tell the audience where they can reach you, how they can connect with you, Bianco.
Well, thank you so much. I do want to tell this quick story about Andrea. So I was in one of her shooting classes, and we was on the range, and so Andrea is taller than me. So I was holding the gun, and I was firing. She came over and she looked at me and she said, "Okay, can you see the bullet in the clip?" And I said,
"Magazine, y'all.
Magazine. Sorry. Magazine in the clip. I'm learning too. Can you see the magazine in the clip?" And I said, "Yes." And she looked at me and she said, "Why are you lying, B?" And I'm like, "You right. I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all." And so I appreciate that she could be authentic with me too, because I was absolutely lying. I can be found on 690 North, Raleigh Road, Suite number 2, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28303. Changing Places Therapeutic Center. I've been a business owner for 7.5 years.
Yes.
I do addictions, and addictions is not just substance. I do gambling addictions, pornography addictions, social media addictions. Different things like that. I love helping. Please get in contact with me. And like I said, if it's not me, and you feel like you need some help, you need somebody to talk to, please reach out to someone.
Yes.
Please reach out to someone. There's no shame in needing help.
Yes.
There's no shame in needing help.
Powerful. That is powerful. I want to thank you again for being here. And I want to thank you all for being here and joining us and just taking your time to listen to us. So again, with the bang in her bag, when we think of the bag, we think about securing the bag. We think about keeping the bag. We think about at times how we're not going to fumble the bag, and sometimes we do. However, for the bang in her bag, as far as I am concerned, I want you to consider that the bag is you. The bag is you. And I am telling you that you have all of the tools that you're carrying around with you every single day to be able to survive and thrive in this life.
Yes.
The bang is not the gun that you have in that bag. Absolutely not. It is your spirit, your will, your determination. All right. It is your perseverance. It is you surviving, okay? And it is your thoughtfulness. And so the bang in her bag is about the whole woman, the whole person. And it is about the physical health, the mental wellness, the spiritual wellness, the emotional stability. It is about all of you. As Bianco said, and I am going to reiterate, that you are worth protecting. You are worth defending. But you must be your own hero. That's the thing, is that you have to pour into you first. You have to take care of you first. Yes. I want to thank you for being here with us again. I am Andrea, your trusted personal safety consultant and favorite firearms instructor in the Carolinas. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week.